Welcome back to American Agenda. We here at Newsmax have declined to call the election for either candidate because the president has said the race is not over. We're keeping track of the multiple red flags that the campaign claims are out there. So they say there is fraud, including one Michigan county clerk describing a computer glitch that turned Trump votes into Biden votes. Now, Ken Timmerman wrote about this in an op-ed for Newsmax.com. He is also author of the book, The Election Heist. So we're telling people this, Ken, so they understand, yes, we know how this all works, but we feel like it's appropriate that we go through the right steps to make sure everything's buttoned up as far as the results, because if not, you don't want to put something on the board and have to take it back. So we saw that happen in 2000. You have actually talked about electronic malfeasance, right? As you're observing this, tell me what your thoughts are.
Well, first of all, Newsmax is 100% right not to call this election. This election does not get called by the news media. It gets called in one of two ways. Either the candidate concedes, which President Trump has not done. Hillary Clinton did that in 2016, so Donald Trump was the president-elect on November 9th. Or once the states certify the results, which they're not going to do before sometime in December, Electoral College meets on the 14th. Yes, we need to know that all of the legitimate votes are being counted, and we see already what the intelligence community would call indications and warnings that this is not happening. There are indications and warnings that illegal votes have been cast and that there has been electronic intrusion, in other words, hacking into the electronic voter systems, just as I described.
What kind of signs are you seeing in this situation, Ken?
Well, so we've seen statements, public statements by three supervisors of elections in three separate counties, one in Michigan, two in Georgia, and I suspect there are going to be many more to come, that they've spoken about hacked election system. They've spoken about electronic intrusion, about patches being sent the day of or the day before the elections. This is illegal. Something should never happen. And that those patches were there to do one thing, and that is to alter the vote counts. That is exactly what I talk about in the election.
Yeah, and Ken, just because we have a little bit of time, could you go in with a forensic investigation and take steps back to see if that happened? Or do you think a recount by hand would show what happened?
Both. You can recount by hand, and that's probably the best way to do it. But you can also tell if there has been an intrusion. It should be logged. Every supervisor of election website, the IT manager should have logs of when something has come in from the manufacturer. In this case, it's Dominion, Smartmatic. But I'm not going to blame any of these manufacturers. Their systems could have been hacked. But all of that is logged by the supervisors of elections and by their technical teams.
All right. What's the name of your book again?
It's The Election Heist, and it sets this out in detail, Bob. It was published several months ago ahead of this election.
There you go. So, folks, if you're looking for something to read and probably get educated along the way, which books tend to do anyway, The Election Heist, Ken Timmerman, who says that he wrote this way before any of this looked like it was happening. Again, we're examining and we're giving everybody a chance to explore and find out what's going on. But as you were saying, indications and warnings, that according to Ken Timmerman, the author of that book. Thank you, Ken.
Thank you.
And back with more of American Agenda after this.